Alright guys, welcome back. Alright, so where we are now is in the Seaside Palace, and this place is a little weird because, well, we've got these things right here that look like monsters, but they don't actually do anything to you, and if you slash them, they just kind of are like, oh, fuck, my bad. And they kind of just go see-through like that. Oh, whoa. Alright. Didn't mean for that to, you know, whatever. But yeah. Let's see here. Alright. Sorry, I'm checking a walkthrough. I'm just glancing at it real quick just to make sure that I know what I'm doing. Because I guarantee not all of it is going to be straight memory. But anyway, so, yeah. Hi, Kara. How's it hanging? Been to any good shows lately? There's Red Jewel. Alright, so, yeah, this place tripped me out when I was a kid, because I was like, what the hell is going on? And yeah, it's really weird. And after glancing at the walkthrough real quick, I noticed that, saw a voice from somewhere. Palace of the Vampires. Demons continuously. Yeah, there's monsters here that can hurt you, but they're like, just like little slimes, and they don't really do a whole lot. And you can kill them, but they just keep respawning. Oh shit, sneeze alert. Oh, God. What's up, Eric? Aw, man, don't be like that. Come over to my place, I'll play some video. Yeah, so this is probably one of the more exhausting points in the game because there's no town to speak of for resting point. We just got done with the dungeon, and now here this is like kind of a mini dungeon. It barely even qualifies as a mini dungeon, but it's certainly not a place of rest. And then immediately after this, as soon as we walk out of here, we're going to be in the next major dungeon. So yeah, suffice it to say, I won't be doing all this in one recording session because that'll just be really stressful. Gonna try and wrap this place up in a single episode, maybe get a little bit of headway in on the next dungeon. I'm gonna call it quits and move on to Final Fantasy VII, and then after that, you can try and get the first episode of the Deus Ex long play done. Ah, God, holy shit! You are so dramatic. Like, for someone who gives Kara a shit about being spoiled and ignorant and bombastic, like, Jesus. God. Alright. You don't have to refer to me in the third person, you bitch. Right here. Just say, I'm gonna borrow your pocket. I'm sorry about the dialogue there. Like, I'm really trying not to blow through the dialogue, but it's just, you know, you push any button and the dialogue advances. So, I am sorry about that. As you can see, we're going deeper and deeper into the ocean. And yeah. This place is just bizarre. So these are the enemies I was talking about. I'm really only killing them because they're in my way. So I don't get any power-ups for beating them, and they just keep respawning. Yeah, you better. Key fastened to the inside of the coffin. That's original. Is there a hole in the coffin? Yep. Purification stone. Sweet. So how about this election, huh? Whoa, I'm sorry. Did I get too political for people? Okay, I don't care. I've been needing to vent about this for a while. I'm sure everybody needs to vent about this election, but, you know, why don't we just, if you're watching this, just commiserate. And if you actually like Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton, like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm sure you're a decent human being somewhere. I'm sure you mean well. That's just gonna have to agree to disagree on both counts. I just like are you guys jerking off or something? What's going on here? Do you need like do you need a prostate exam? That people are just so shit. You know, it really happened on when you know, Bernie decided to endorse Hillary this week, and everybody is just absolutely up in arms about that shit. And so here's the thing: it's like, even if Bernie like gets Hillary to endorse, or not endorse, but even if Bernie, what the fuck, has convinced Hillary to adopt some of his policies, you know, people are like, people that, you know, people that supported Bernie still aren't going to vote for her because, or a lot of them are, just because it doesn't matter what she says, what she supports, what she does, doesn't do. It doesn't even matter that she, like, you know, lies a lot and did a number of things that would put any average citizen in prison, but she's just, you know, doesn't have to deal with that. It's like the fact that, like, there's this whole delegate thing, and like, I know so many people that didn't, like, I mean, I blame ignorance. There's really no two ways about it. But like, a lot of people didn't even know what delegates were until this election, because it made everybody, like the hundreds of thousands of people that supported Bernie, just all, like, it, you know, ruined their stake in the election. Because, and I even don't personally understand it. It's like, oh, because these random people that are delegates like Hillary, it doesn't matter if people like her? Like, it's like, what, delegates can... I still don't... I'll admit, I still don't understand completely how it works, and I think it's really stupid, as I understand it. But, so it's a choice between that and basically endorsing that whole process that has given a workaround to the popular vote, which there shouldn't be any workaround to that. The popular vote should be the popular vote, right? But you know, you go to you people are really weird. And it's just like, I don't feel like I can vote for Hillary because I feel like I would be endorsing that system that is like the whole delegates thing, like, that shouldn't even exist. Why is that even there? It's just a complicated secondary, intermediary step between voters and who gets elected. Like, what? No, it shouldn't be there. But then your alternative is Trump, who's racist, violent, sexist, ignorant, talks like a third grader, thinks women should be punished for having abortions, and like legally punished, and like specifically them, like nothing about doctors or their husbands or boyfriends or whatever. And you know wants to commit war crimes and stuff like that. And it's just, I don't know. People just blindly go over to Hillary, and it like bothers the shit out of me. But then you got these other people who are just like, nah, just come on over and be with Trump, because Trump, and they'll go on and they'll say all this good shit about Trump. And like every time I read like a positive article about Trump, they always conveniently gloss over like all of the horrible shit that he's said. Like all of it. And it's just like, what are you doing? Don't you remember they're like, oh, it doesn't matter, it's just the liberal. Like, no, there's video footage of him saying it. Like, my fiance's parents are very liberal, and they watch like MSNBC and stuff like that, and I've watched it, and like 90% of their coverage of Donald Trump is just footage of him. Like, it's not them talking or spinning what he says. It's just footage of him talking and saying shit. Hillary's a little more snaky. She's harder to pin down. What's funny is like people will dig up like the most obscure shit to pin on Hillary, and I'm like, all of it's probably true. I mean, I'm not saying that, but I mean like, but then some of those people are like, oh, well, Bernie's out of the race, I'm just gonna go vote for Trump. I'm like, what? Are you serious? Like, even Bernie doesn't want that. And I don't know. I think shit. Where the fuck am I going? There's a key that I need. I know that much. Change you to a demon. These people are so forward. It's terrifying. Yeah, Trump is terrifying too. And I mean, like, and maybe there's things that I don't know about. Maybe there's things that I'm ignorant to, but when all is said and done, I feel like if Hillary gets elected, in practice, it's probably not going to be that bad. It's going to be like, another 4 years of, stupid shit. And, as a result of being tempted by a beautiful woman. Oh, as a kid, I always thought they were talking about each other, but no, they're talking about the vampires. All right. Damn it, where am I going? There's people who say that Hillary will do horrible shit, and I'm like, she'll do horrible shit, but horrible on the same scale that we're used to. And then there's the fact that she will probably get 8 years in office. Trump, highly unlikely to get 8 years in office. So, I mean, there is that. Plus, like, if you vote for Trump, at least you know that you're probably not going to be dealing with him for very long. And a lot of people are talking about, like, like Paul Ryan and all the people in Congress and whatnot, and, like, the House. Like, they all hate Trump. So the logic is that Trump won't be able to get anything done. But, at the same time, still a key from the vampire woman. Here, take it. Hell yeah, I'll take it. But I don't know. I just don't want to risk that. Because, like, part of me in some, like, wild fantasy is just like, oh, well, if Trump gets elected, then, he may not be able to do anything through the official channels that the government has set up for the president to do stuff. But who's to say he couldn't, just start his own party and start going out and speaking to people and, raise the new Nazi army? Like, I'm not saying that that's a reason to, I don't feel like anybody should vote or not vote based on fear. Like, you should vote or not vote based on what you believe in. And it's just like, I don't know. There's people with some really good arguments. Like, there's this one guy that I know that's going to vote for Hillary just because he lives in a swing state and he just wants to vote against Trump. Or he's in a swing state or a red state. And he's like, if I don't vote for Hillary, then, you know, my state could wind up going towards Trump. And, you know, and he's like, a third party or Green Party is a wasted vote in a state like mine. And I'm like, I don't know. I just wish everybody would do a write-in, honestly. I wish everybody would do a write-in. But, like, no one... People's, like, confidence and courage is already shaken from the election and the way things have gone. So it's just, like, a lot of people are just like, fuck it. Like, nobody believes that they can do anything anymore after what happened with Bernie. Like, nobody... I don't know. People are just... I know it's a little bit... I guess it's a little bit harsh and presumptuous to say, but I feel like people give up too easily. It's just like... People are already, like, giving up like crazy on Bernie and bad-mouthing him and talking shit and stuff. And I'll come right out and say it. Like, I love Bernie. Like, he was... You know... He was the guy I was supporting. And, like, now there's a new person named Jill Stein, who's, like, I guess Green Party or something, who's, like, almost identical to Bernie in terms of her, you know, policies or whatever. But she's not well known enough at this point to really get anything done, or so, you know, most people believe. I don't know. It's just one of those things. It's just, like, it just makes me really sad, because it's just, like, you know, here we go again. Like, I just wonder when we're going to have a good election where, like, the majority of people are going to feel good about who they're voting for. Majority of people I know. I'm sure there's schools of people out there, like droves of people. Like, I'm sure some people in their social circles are like, yeah, we're all voting for Trump, it's going to be great. Or, yeah, we're all voting for Hillary, it's going to be great. But, like, my circle of friends, like my people, like the people that I consort with online in real life, they're all just, like, in absolute turmoil right now, because it's just like, you know, some people are not going to vote, some people are going to do a write-in, some people are going to vote green, and some people are going to go either, or, like, constantly ricocheting between the black and white of Republican and Democrat. And it's just, like, it's sad to see that in particular, because you see people doing stuff that they don't really believe in just because they have such a strong hatred for the alternative. I don't feel like that's a legitimate reason to make such a big choice like that. You know, just because the candidate with the biggest chance to, you know, stand for what you believe in has dropped out of the race doesn't mean you shouldn't, you know, vote for the next, you know, vote for the lesser of two goods, not the lesser of two evils. Like, you know, it's just, I don't know. It's really frustrating to see. Yeah, anyway, I just felt like I had to vent about that. I know I took, like, the entire episode to do it, but, you know, whatever. I mean, yeah, it does. Dun, 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 dun. Ugh, creepy. So yeah, we'll probably see, there's gonna be, like, Easter Island statues here coming up pretty soon. And yeah. Enemies here don't fuck around. Like, this area is actually probably... this is definitely the hardest dungeon in the game so far. Like, I feel like I'm actually really nervous about this place. I'm glad that this is the last episode of my recording session. Yeah. Shit hits hard, and shit can hit you from far away, and it's nasty shit. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and cut the episode, and sorry, I moved away from the mic there. Sorry if I offended anybody with my political venting, but sorry, not sorry. Whatever. I mean, it's the fucking internet. I'm sure you guys have seen like a million things that you disagree with every day on the internet. So I mean, like, what's one more? Anyway, regardless of who you're voting for, I hope you're enjoying this playthrough. Like, comment, subscribe. Tear me a new one if you want. I'm open to that. I take negative criticism pretty well. At least I hope I do. I think I do. Do I? I'm gonna stop babbling and cut the episode. Love you guys if you're watching. Take care, and good night.